Hey Aries, welcome to 3 Rabbit Tarot. Thank you so much for joining us here. We're going to be doing a weekly reading right now for the week of the 31st. So finally wrapping up the first month of the year and also wrapping up the retrograde. So hopefully there's some good energy here for you, Aries. And Aries, starting with this with this week, for the week of the 31st, we have the Star card. So this is your general present energy for the week right now. This is pretty hopeful to see. This is all about creating some kind of abundance around yourself. Perhaps like the work that you've been putting into certain tasks or certain projects is starting to pay off, and things around you are starting to flourish in this moment. Any challenges that Aries will be facing for this week? We have here the Knight of Pentacles card. And here paired with the Star card, I'm kind of getting this sensation, Aries, that perhaps you have created this abundance around you, but you're feeling a little apprehensive about taking new steps forward. It could be that you're on the threshold of some kind of success. You're on a threshold of breaking through with some kind of project. But the Knight of Pentacles here is a challenge card. Out of all the Knight cards have these horses on them, and all of them are moving forward in some kind of way. With the Knight of Swords, for instance, you can tell the horse looks a little bit traumatized running forward, because that's about taking swift action without considering it. But the Knight of Pentacles is different in that the horse is taking no steps forward at all. It's the only one that's incredibly slow. It's almost stationary. So this could be, as your challenge right now, this could be telling you to reevaluate the speed at which you're moving with things. It could just be that you're not moving fast enough. It could be that you're just not taking the proper steps forward right now to manifest something that you've been putting work into. For your area of the past and present here, in the recent past, we have the Five of Pentacles card, which can be about two different things here. It can be about we have the rabbits here outside of this warm looking what's probably a church here. It can be just being shunned from society, being cast out in some way, or you can. For me, I try to read positively into the card as well. It's a card of finding friends and finding companions outside of society as well. If you've been kicked out of some kind of group, some kind of organization, if you've left a job, if you've left a family, it's not the end of the world or anything. There's always going to be somebody else out there for you. The rabbit is not alone. The rabbit has company. And here in the area of your future Aries, we have the Six of Swords card, which can be about making some kind of passage, but also having to leave something behind. Maybe it's about carrying baggage with you. And it could be right now, Aries, maybe you have put in a lot of work towards manifesting some kind of goal or dream that you have. And a Knight of Pentacles is a challenge card, is telling you that you're not taking the proper action to really set things into motion. Maybe you're emotionally where you need to be, but there's something still from your past or from your recent past that's holding you back from taking the steps forward, even though everything right now is indicating that you should just be moving forward. You should feel confident about whatever this new project is that you're getting into, Aries. But here you have a lot of baggage kind of holding you back. There's something that you are unwilling to relinquish. This could also, I guess it could be speaking of a relationship as well, Aries. It could just be that there's something from your past right now. You could be emotionally healed from a bad relationship in your past, Aries. And this doesn't have to be with love or anything. This can be with friends and family. But it could just be that you're worried about taking those next steps forward, and because of that, you're carrying all this baggage from the past with you that you should be able, at this point, you should be emotionally stable enough to relinquish. Aries, in your area of above and below. As a whole right now, Aries, this reading is just telling me that you have the ability right now. You have the World card here is telling you that there's an ability here to complete some sort of cycle. There's something from your recent past that you've been able to triumph over emotionally here, Aries, but you have the issue here of still carrying some kind of baggage with you. Maybe you just don't believe that you're totally healed, totally through the situation. But I think right now, the cards here are telling me that you have put in the work to heal yourself from whatever trauma or issue this was. Here in any advice, and then also where you can find guidance. Here in any advice, we have the Three of Cups card. This is just telling me a little bit of celebration here. We have the three rabbits here celebrating together. So this can be about maybe going back into your friend group right now. It might be that you just need like a little bit of like positive affirmation. Maybe like the people around you have definitely seen, okay, yeah, Aries has put in a lot of work recently on, self-care and healing. Maybe that right now, Aries, is going to be your friends who kind of validate the growth and expansion that you've had recently. So I'd say that, as far as advice goes, don't go at it alone. I think that was the whole thing from your last reading. It's like, don't go at things alone, right? And this week is exactly the same. This is just a reminder. Like, look, go to your friends, go to your family. There are people around you who have seen you grow recently. So if you're feeling like a little bit shaken about something, if you're feeling like, oh, maybe I haven't really grown that much, your friends will be able to validate that in some sort of way, Aries. External guidance, we have the King of Pentacles, which is pretty positive to see. There could be, maybe it's not even just like friends here, but maybe there's like somebody in your life who's incredibly stable. Maybe they're in like a better position, not like a better position than you. They're just in like a more stable position. They've been through all the difficulties that you've been through, and they'll be able to kind of like point you in the right direction right now. So if you're looking for guidance from somebody, there could be somebody who's a little bit older, who's a little bit more just financially stable, but also just like career-wise and emotionally. There's some sort of stable figure in your life right now who can kind of also validate the growth that you've had right now, Aries. And also seeing a big connection here between the King of Pentacles is like your external guidance, and then the Knight of Pentacles is your challenge card here. So it seems like the resolution for this challenge will come from this figure kind of like supporting you in some sort of way. Let's see here. So in our area of, what is this card? Hopes and fears, and then finally our outcome. In the area of our hopes and fears, we have the Magician card. And this seems pretty basic to me. The Magician card is all about having all these things around you in order to manifest some kind of new goals. It's the second card in the tarot, it comes right after the Fool. The Fool is about taking a new start, a new journey. The Magician card is about kind of preparing materially and emotionally for that journey. It's about having all these different items that you need to manifest new goals and new actions into your life. And I think that right now your hopes and fears are kind of caught up in this weird contradiction between understanding that you've overcome some sort of difficulty, and then at the same time feeling a little bit apprehensive about taking steps forward. And as your outcome here, Aries, we have the Two of Wands card, which is pretty hopeful to see as an outcome. This is all about future planning and preparation, definitely about moving forward on something. I think that if you can resolve this conflict with the Six of Swords card here, if you can resolve whatever emotional baggage that you're carrying into like new relationships or, even like a new project or a new workplace, if you can resolve that issue and kind of release that baggage through the help of people around you, through some kind of more emotional support by building up a support network, you'll be able to release that emotional baggage here with the Six of Swords card. And through that, you can kind of manifest this new world for yourself, moving forward with the Two of Wands card here, Aries. So it's a pretty positive reading to see. There's just like obviously some kind of like a little bit of blockage here. It doesn't seem very significant though. It's a very small issue, Aries, so I feel confident that you'll be able to overcome it. Aries, we're going to be drawing 3 cards at the end of the reading here. So I want you to think of 3 yes, no, maybe sort of questions, and then we're going to pull 3 cards to give you 3 answers to those 3 questions. So we'll pause the video for 1 second. And Aries, with your first question, I'd say yes, but you're going to have to like rush into whatever this is, whatever that yes is. The second card, I'd say a yes, and then finally I have a maybe on the last card. So Aries, thank you so much for joining us. If this resonated with you, please check out your sun, moon, and rising videos as well, and then also like this video and subscribe, and you can follow us on Instagram where we post more behind the scenes content. Thank you.